Now that we're done with the crease pattern, let's move on to folding the base and shaping the model. This is where we start to focus on the red and black lines of the model. Let's start with the easier bottom. This is what we have done with the crease pattern. We'll start by folding the zigzag pattern from sideways. Now that is why I suggest doing the zigzag pattern according to the color, because it's simpler when we are folding the base. Now, that should be it. We'll first focus on these lines. As you can see, these are black and red alternate lines. That is why we can just do this. Now this is a black line, a mountain fold, black line, mountain fold, red line, valley fold, red line, valley fold. We ignore the center for now, and we'll do it for 2 mountain folds. We should get up here, which is this roll. And now we can do the middle, but as you can see, it's because these are also alternates, you can just fold the entire thing like so. And because there's free paper down there, it's basically all these folded. And now for the smaller triangles, they're all valley folds, valley mountain, so it's something like this and something like this on this side. And the same thing goes here, this and this. Everything according to the crease pattern. Sorry for it popping up there. And then this is the part where it's this diamond shape. So we are going to do that too. Now these 2 lines, we're going to focus on this part first anyways. Mountain, mountain, valley. So we're going to pinch this place, which as you can see, these 2 lines already pop up. That is why we do this. This is also a mountain fold. Something like this would be the result, and we'll do it on the other side. Now this is quite a bit hard part, so we can pinch this triangle and down here, and then from the side we can do this. All according to the crease pattern, and then from here we can lengthen according to these. Excuse me. We are also going to do the same on top. Now this lasts for 2 columns, that means it's only 2 long, so we can end it around here, and we'll fold everything on the top back to normal. And collapse the model. This is the centered diamond shaped, and because there's only this part here and this part here, not any line here, we will fold these 2 down. This is the back side, this is the front. And after we are done with all the simple parts, we'll focus on the top part of the crease pattern, which is the things here and the things up here. Now let's start with the one on the side first. So mountain, mountain, and a valley in the middle. Mountain for the 22.5, valley for the 45, and mountain for the other 22.5. We will pull apart the paper a bit until the 4 squares over here, so the whole thing will be shown. And this thing here is a mountain fold. So mountain fold at the line below. That small obtuse triangle. The 2 valley folds here. Now, see, the 2 valley folds will naturally go down. And now the whole thing should collapse with the other 22.5 on the left side, and the valley and the mountain folds. Let's just pinch this part for the time being. And everything should collapse like so. And this is the first thing, and we'll do the same for the remaining 4. I'll do one more for demonstration. 22.5, valley 45, mountain 22.5. Yep. V shapes, opening, pop out, straighten this line, gets down. So everything on this side should look exactly like this. You just fold everything again. Now that is much better. So let's focus on these things first. So these things are everything, the smaller things that we just folded on this side here. We'll do these smaller lines first, which is actually just like this. Valley, mountain, valley, valley, mountain, valley. Pinch the whole thing according to the smaller triangle here and the larger thing here. So something like this. And then we'll move on to these alternating valley and mountain folds, which are on this part, which is actually just because this is a valley and a mountain, a valley and a mountain that folds back up. And for this diamond shape here, we'll fold the whole thing according to this 45 diagonal over here. So like this, the 45 diagonal, and then the diamond, because it's here, it's mountain and valley, we'll do something like this, which will appear as mountain and valley on the inside, and the whole thing should be brought down like so, following the crease pattern. And now for the diamond in the middle, which are these. The last part here is a mountain, so mountain and a valley on the bottom, a valley on the bottom, so something like this. Something like this, and the whole thing gets brought down here. This is the triangle. It will be resulted in. This thing is starting to flip out because it's supposed to flip out. And we'll move on to the other side and do the same. Now let me turn off the lights to see if I can get a clearer picture of the diamond shape. Something like this. Now everything should look like this on this side. After we collapse the diamond shape, collapse it inside, this whole thing will be folded upwards. Alright, that's missing a line. I was holding downwards, upwards, and this thing should be flipped up. Oops. Yep, sorry about the diamond shape. The diamond shape, half diamond shape is right here. So something like this. This is already crippled from me trying it multiple times of how to fold this. Let's cripple this back up too. And then we'll do this zigzag line. Zigzag valley line. Diagonal valley line. At the middle. So it's alright if that pops up because you have already folded it and it should be popping back in. We'll just be doing mountain folds on all three of these at this stage. So refold everything on the side first. Something like this and like this. So we should get to a point like here. And now we'll actually start by doing the center, which is dipping this to mountain folds according to this V shape here, and then doing these two also as mountain folds because of this mountain fold line right here, and these two valley folds right here, valley, 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 and valley, valley right up there. And we should get something like let's force everything back in. We should be getting something like this on the back. This should be flipped up. Now what about these then? Well, we are going to fold these accordingly. So valley, 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 all three valley, pinch like this, from under, pinch like this way. We will have this shape, which will now, and in this pocket we'll just open it. It doesn't really matter, to be honest. Oh wait, yep. And we have an extra, which according to the crease pattern should be done by a valley over here, which means something like this. Something like this, which flipped over will be something like this. And then the thing just now, and then the center piece that we just folded should be something like this. And I'll repeat it because this is extremely confusing, just like how I did it the first time. Valley, 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 valley. Hinge. So that it has this pentagon on the other side. Something that looks like a pentagon because of how crippled this paper is. A pentagon, yes, right. A pentagon. And then again this part over there. Let's just flip it to the behind. we expand this pocket here. This whole thing just sits down. The whole piece, this flap sits down on top of the flap and expand it. And there we have the base of the Jirachi. This top part is very confusing, so if you don't understand what I've just did, it's better that you visit this crease pattern, especially the top part yourself, and just remember the red are the valley folds and the black are the mountain folds, and just try to put everything together, but it's hard. But it should look like this. It should make something like this and something like this. These are the diamond things that we just did. This part should be synced in, and then out. These are the hands. This is actually the face, because this is going to be put down as the headset later. So this should be what we are looking at right now.